I've been a fan of American Ninja Warrior my whole life. So I've been watching the show for so many years. I actually got to be in the audience for when they came to Houston back in 2015. So I've been a fan of the show for a really long time, and finally getting to compete on it has been a dream come true.
What do you remember about growing up watching the show?
Growing up watching the show, my whole family has always watched it, and so it's kind of been this family thing. We all will sit down, we'll all watch it. You know, during the commercial breaks, we'd even do like push-up challenges or like wall sit challenges. So we'd always try and like stay active so that maybe someday, we could be strong enough to do it. And so to get on with my brother, so to do it as a family has kind of made it come all the way full circle.
That's awesome. Well, tell me how you first got into ninja training. What inspired you to join the sport? I mean, especially at 10 years of age.
Yeah, so I mean, I watched the show growing up, and we wanted to build a backyard because all of those obstacles just looked like so much fun. And then we found a gym called Iron Sports, and it was only like 20 minutes from our house, so we started training there with Daniel Gill and Josh Salinas and some of the legends of the sport. And I used to go once a week, and now it's come to 2 3, and now I'm there almost every day. I coach myself now, so I um and they're either training or coaching or just cheering other almost every day of the week.
That's awesome. I mean, gosh, my cousin's little son, it's the same thing. I mean, he's obsessed with it and goes to the training gyms and all of that stuff. Well, what was your reaction to hearing that Ninja Warrior actually lowered the age limit this year to 15 years old?
When I heard Ninja Warrior was lowering the age limit, I think I lost my mind. I mean, it's something I've worked for so many years, and for a long time the age limit was 21, and so I was 10 when I started watching, and it was 21, and so I knew it'd be quite a while. And then they dropped the age limit to 19, and I was like, okay, I should be on around season 15. And then when I heard they dropped it to 15, I could not contain myself. Like, just knowing that my whole life's dream might get to come true a couple years early has just blew my mind. And I am so grateful for this opportunity.
Well, what's it like being part of this teen invasion on American Ninja Warrior? Have you gotten to bond with some of the other contestants around your age?
Being the teen group that got invited to compete has been the coolest experience. I mean, me and the other teen competitors were all super close, and so getting to do it with them has been a blast. I mean, the community itself is just so encouraging, and so to get to do it alongside my teen friends has been just so much fun. And also the veterans have been super welcoming to us, which has been, not, I wouldn't say a surprise, but has been really, really cool to just feel them kind of bring us in and show us the ropes.
Yeah, and it's probably going to cause them to step their game up as well too. So, well, talk about the training for this show because it's not your typical everyday workout. What do your workouts usually look like, and what about your meals, diets? Do you do any? How are you preparing for this?
Yeah, so I mean, almost every decision I make in my day-to-day life kind of goes into training for Ninja Warrior. So I put in so many hours on obstacles, so training obstacles like the show has, and so anything we can set up in our gym to replicate those obstacles. We spend hours and hours drilling and training, and besides that, we also do like a lot of conditioning, so push-ups, pull-ups, like all day long to build up that strength and that endurance to be able to clear those obstacles even late in a course when we're super tired, super fatigued, and like super out of breath. So working that cardio, working those pull-ups, just all day long, putting in those hours.
That is way more than I'm doing right now. So, well, walk me through your first qualifying run. What were the hardest parts, and also what were you most proud of?
Yeah, so me personally, I get really nervous when I compete. And so being on kind of the biggest stage for Ninja Warrior and having all of this pressure on me, I was really nervous. I would be really nervous, and I didn't want to let that affect me. And so, I'm a believer, so I'm a Christian, and I just prayed a lot for peace, because I knew if I was peaceful and calm, that my abilities could take me really far. And so right before I stepped up to the start line, I just kind of like bowed my head and prayed that God would give me peace. And as soon as I walked up there, I could see my family and my friends on my sidelines. I could see my virtual sidelines and my family back home watching me. And I just felt so calm, and I felt 100% prepared, and I felt ready to take on the course. And that, I think, is one of the moments I was most proud of and most happy with.
Well, was there a moment in your qualifying run where you didn't think you might have made it? What helped push you through?
So during my run, there were a lot of moments where, I was making it, but I was a little bit uncertain. And, we've never touched the course before. So this is one new. We have no idea how these obstacles are going to feel. And so getting to have Jody Avila and Barclay Stockett and my brother and Daniel Gill on my sideline right there, I could hear them. And throughout my run, I could just like hear specific things they'd say on the obstacles that helped me, control it or put a lot of more power into it. And they've been on the show so many years that they know what these obstacles feel like, and to have them coaching me and mentoring me while I was on the course helped a ton.
Well, if you win, that top prize is $1 million. What are you going to spend it on if you win it?
Oh man, if I win the $1 million, that's a lot of money to deal with. I think my mom would say to, save it, spend it on something reasonable. I am a huge Formula One fan. So Formula One racing is like my favorite outside of Ninja. That's what I'll spend my time watching and doing. And if I could get like an old Formula One car to just like have somewhere like in a garage or in my room, that would be my goal with the million.
I dig it. That's a pretty good that's a pretty good thing to spend it on. Well, what do other kids at your high school think of you being on the show?
So my other friends at school I think they're pretty shocked that I'm gonna be on TV. It's something kind of I've always trained for and I've always dreamed of doing, but to finally kind of see it coming to life, and like they saw me on some TV commercials last week and kind of blew their mind, kind of blew my mind. So we're all just kind of shocked together.
What's it like making your American Ninja Warrior debut with your brother by your side?
Making my American Ninja Warrior debut with my brother at my side has just meant so much. I mean, the pressure on the show is a lot, and the whole world is kind of watching and they can see how you do. And so that's a lot to take on, but having my brother by my side has just made everything feel more comfortable and more at home. Having him right there with me for some of my interviews, some of the sideline stuff, just having him there the whole way has been I don't even know how to describe it. It's just been great to have him there.
Well, is there a little bit of like, hey, I'm going to take you down on this one right here, or I'm going to do a little, is there a little bit of that fun rivalry going on since you guys are both competing?
I mean, we both really love winning, so we're both really trying to do our best on the course. But when it comes down to it, if somebody makes an obstacle further or with a faster time, we're gonna remember that.
Well, what are you hoping? Because I mean, it's so incredible. Here you are at this age. What are you hoping young girls will learn from seeing you on this show?
Oh man, it's such an honor to be on the show as a teenager, and I'm hoping that young girls can see me on and can see that they can be strong. That a girl's role like isn't just to be pretty or just to stand on the side, but that we can really live into fully who we are and be strong and do what they need to do.